In today's video, for the first time ever, I am playing a solo server. It's called Vitality Solos, but today I will show you why it should be called Imian Solos. I dominate in PvP, raid multiple bases including Pearl Cave, do all for Rockwell, and unlock all tekgrams. Let's see how I dominate this solo ARK server. Also wanted to mention that Mesa launched this Friday with over 900 pop. The start was a bit rough, but we are already fixing our issues. There are still over 1,000 players playing every day. I am also now coming back to Windows 10 with a new server called Trikes on Bikes. Help us create the perfect Xbox server by joining the Discord, link in the description. And the solo video starts with me picking up a glitch on Gen 1. That's how I would do my nut run. After farming some basic materials, I took over to the bog biome, started placing foundations and forges to get metal. Today's sponsor, Yahaha, a brand new user-generated content creation platform for 3D multiplayer interactive experiences. Basically, ever feel bored and have no games to play? Why not make your own with Yahaha? These games right here, for example, were made with this platform. With Yahaha, anyone can create and publish their virtual experiences. You can create anything without coding experience or server knowledge. Simply use the components and smart assets that Yahaha Studio provides and bring to reality your creative aspirations. Yahaha provides you with millions of ready-to-use 3D assets which are stored in the cloud drive, so they can be real-time streamed to the local client when you need to use them. When your work is done, you can easily publish your creation to the Yahaha's cross-platform app, mobile and PC, where other players can discover your work and join to play. You could join Yahaha's early access now by clicking on the link I left in the description. Bring your imagination to real life. The only annoying part is that every couple of minutes I would get the insect swarm come over to me. But I had rich metal nodes right next to me which farmed a lot of metal. I now left the base with a couple of grapple hooks on me, parachutes. We're gonna try to get a bloodstalker. Whoever built this ladder is actually freaking cracked. Shout out to him, Jeremiah. On my way up, I saw the slinging webs of a bloodstalker, so I did not move a muscle. My guy thought he saw me, but then he moved on. After running around cluelessly, I found a bloodstalker, and we could finally tame it. Scorched Earth has the least amount of people, probably the best ping, so we're gonna go for that. I was waiting for a red drop to land, and here's what I would get my first bit of PvP. Eventually, I would hit a bowl on him, but he switched legs, so now I was prem locked with a crossbow and he had a med bruise. Really nothing for me to do, I just left. My bloodstalker is in the upload, so I'll tame this PT and fly to one. Once again, I go to another drop and it gets taken by this guy in a Maywing. Finally, I was able to download my bloodstalker and swing away. And the starter spot that I would choose today would be the anvil on Scorched Earth, Green Knob. This is no longer meta probably to the Gen 2, but it's still a good spot to start on, especially with infinite weight. We need to catch up for some lost time, so as you can see we got like 30 forges down to get metal quick. After some farm runs, we got 4 autos outside of our base, so we're relatively safe. If a solo came over to raid me, he would probably die to me after getting damaged by the turrets. The next thing I want to go for now is the chem bench, and then we'll be able to get heavy soon and then upgrade the base to metal. I then tamed an Anki and started swinging metal nodes, got a lot more metal and stone. By now the forges had given me enough metal to make an indie, and I'm too lazy to continuously be checking all these forges, so I'm gonna pick them up and put all the metal in the indie. I think we've had enough of autos. I don't even feel safe in my base with autos, so let's get heavies with level 100 killing spinos. We fast forward, our base is now fully metal. I tamed the Doed, and we got 2 heavies on our roof. One thing I didn't think through though is that the metal base and the installation is super hot. No amount of air cons is gonna fix it, and no amount of fortitude either. So I'm gonna be perm locked like this for a while. I traveled to Lost Island so that we get some Maywings. They're a bit easier to travel with than bloodstalkers. With the Maywings, I would then go to the B cave and farm some poly. And right after, I would go to the BP cave to farm some BPs. However, the cave was highly contested, and I thought that there was no point of fighting for BPs when I could be getting other stuff done, so I left. I want to start scouting for some raids, so I'm going to take a 1x1 with me to spawn in, and I'm going to go to transfer that Green Knob, but not before I would find some people who wanted to smoke. I bowled the one outside, and shotgun the one inside, and shotgun the one outside, and then killed the PT. Surprisingly enough, this guy had a crowd PT and some other good loot on him. I then went over to Church Cave where I found this guy trying to scout it, bowler pumped him. and he just had random stuff on him. On my way out though, a guy in a PT picked me. I bowled him, pumped him, and he had better stuff. Transferred over to center, scouted bear cave, not much in there. I'm gonna scout pearl cave now, and to my surprise, I would find a pearl wall with only 2 heavies aiming forward. My plan is to grapple glitch behind the box. I'm gonna leave an extra kit here in the pestle and a 1x1 outside of the pearl so that I can run back quickly. First, I need to find out at what point do turrets start shooting me, and so far so good. The closer I can get, the better. And now we're ready to grapple glitch. We just need to find the spot close enough. My legs broke on me pretty quickly there, but I kept trying to meta brew. Just realized that I have battle Tartar on, so whatever I do, I gotta do it quickly because I won't be healing. At first, I tried to see if I can make a sleeping bag, and I couldn't because they're disabled, so we're gonna have to go for a rocket. Thankfully, I was able to survive. Now we rocket again and run back. I ran back in with the kit that I had left, and this base was quite fat. I blew up the crafting station. They had BPs and cryos for me. I apologize again for not clipping it, but I did kill the guy when he came to his base to defend. But I will extend the amount that I clip from now on from 3 minutes to 5 minutes to avoid doing that again. I was attempting to block the entrance to the cave, and that's when this guy came running in, and now I had to fight him. While I also had this guy whip spamming me. Right as I was about to go, I saw the C4 trap at the entrance and decided to rocket launcher it, and now it's gone. Once I was able to get out, I did not want to know anything about them and dipped. Here's a quick look again at the stuff that I got from that raid. Quite thick. Now we can upgrade our base, and we're going to place this indie forge nicely, get some hatch frames on top of it, and we're much safer now. We got even more heavies all the way up here. Vote Amian best builder 2022. Believe it or not, besides being a YouTuber, I still have a very trash PC and haven't upgraded ever since I ever got a PC. So I went into single player, put preview mode on. From now on, we're playing without shadows. And what am I doing here, you say? Well, I found lava cave and I saw that it was poorly built. I could possibly cannon it down and get in. I demolished some foundations that they had nearby to place my own and started cannoning. But just when I was about to get it all down, the guy in the lightning came back to defend his base. I did a little side dash to the left, but I noticed that he completely forgot about me. And I started shotgunning his wyvern, and that would reveal that the turrets were actually down. The explosion took his flak and turned him into a naked, but when he got on that mantis, I saw my life flash before my eyes. Unluckily for him, I tapped him with a shotgun, and now I just had to clear the base out. And so I could finally get to the looting. Good amount of metal. He had a mannequin with nice cryos, resources, and more cryos. In the back of the base, I noticed he had poison wyvern and fire wyverns, so I had to kill that before he came back. I left the base quickly because we know how these solos like to call out for help, and transferred back to Scorched. I once again went to travel at Green Knob, and like always, there's people, so I had to fight them. Funny enough, this guy was actually cheating. I go to check his body. Before I even finish, he's already back. Takes all and speed runs into the water. He's cheating. No, he's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheating. I then scouted Ice Cave and found out there was no wall. I went to the back, placed a bed in a very common spot. Hopefully I can come back later and raid it from behind. The scouting didn't end though. I went to Pack Cave and, funny enough, I scouted it at the same time that a guy was there to raid it. What am I missing?
That kid was ready.
No way, he had a stego, man. I could wipe it with a stego. I gave Karna a little visit. I was gonna wipe the one heavy that they had, just to realize they had no ammo.
Is he not fucking dead?
On this server, if you get to level 120, you unlock all tekgrams. So me and Wanted went to do all for Rockwell, which just required artifacts to start. He had a good pump EP, and we're gonna kill the Rockwell now. Now I need to actually get to level 120, and I would do that with a Reaper Queen. A level 50 would be just enough to start a red OSD and get some nice XP. I got pregnant and hatched the Reaper, and while it was growing, I decided to look for a raid. Found this pillar, which looked pretty easy to quetz. In order to raid it, I would still need a Quetzal. I looked around and around on Gen 2, but they were all level 25. Came to Ragnarok to find a higher level, also level 25, so it'll have to do.
Right there. It's perfect. What though? I can't place it.
The C4 placement on Windows ARK, at least this server, was a little bit weird, so it was very hard to get C4 placed until eventually I did get it down. Of course, I would save the Quetzal because I'll probably need it for another pillar raid. And this server is solo until you raid somebody online and they tell everybody where they are getting raided and everybody comes to help them. Anyways, I took care of them too. 2 other people ended up coming over to 3v1 me. I ended up getting rid of them, except one guy in the PT who was still flying around. As you can see, the base was thick with rhinos and a bunch of other loot. He came over and somehow he just took the item cache that I was looting. It just disappeared.
Wait, what? What the?
The second item cache was also thick with more cryos and loot. Finally, I would drop the turrets to get some extra ARB and I would leave. By the time the raid was over, I would be starting a red OSD because my Reaper had fully grown. Getting level 120 was not hard at all because the server was also 15x XP, I think.
Hey man, you do. Oh my god, Israelites. Hey man, you cannot record this. Counter rating is against the rules.
I went back to scouting pillars, and of course, I found one that could be quetzed, so back to building it.
Bro, why is it always
Another guy would come. There's 3 people here. Keep in mind, this is a solo server, and I have to bolo this guy and kill him, and he would be the thickest of the lot. Of course. This guy was so scared he was about to move his base, but for some reason he PvPs me with his entire base on him, so there was nothing to raid. The whole base was on him. Finally, back at base, I did an Alpha Manta Core boss fight, upgraded the base to tech, turrets all over, replicator, and that would be the end of day 1 and the end of this series. But I hope I bring another one. Bring this to 3K likes and I'll come back to Vitality solos.